Hello everyone. Now let's solve question 1b from WASSCE 2020, the first series done this year, popularly known as GCE. Now the question says, if A equals mg minus kv squared over m, find correct to the nearest whole number. Please note that in WAEC they always test if you can follow the rules and regulations of the value of v when a is this and all that. Now this question is talking about change of formula. The first thing you can do is to make v to be this change of formula. So you are welcome to I+ Academy, where we learn mathematics, physics and chemistry. Now look at that question. If a equals to this, the first thing to do is to make v the subject of formula. And what can we do? We have a equals mg minus kv squared. We have solved the 1a before, so you can look at most of our videos that we have done before to get question 1a for the solution. Now the first thing you do is to cross multiply, right? So that becomes what? Mg minus kv squared equals am, right? Now remember that you want to find the value of v. That means you want to make v the subject of formula. So if I have mg and I have am, so I want to take v squared to the other side, negative v squared. That becomes kv squared. Very good. So what would I have there? You will see that m is common here, and we have what? G minus a equals kv squared. Remember that we want to look for what? V. So we can divide both sides by what? K. Very good. By k. Such that my v will now be the square root of, find the square root of both sides. So we have m into g minus a over k. And look at that. So we have found v. And they gave us the value of each one of them that we're doing. They said if a is 2.8, m is 12, g is 9.8, and k is 8 over 3. Now let's put them in terms. So v will now be equals to square roots of everything we have. M is 12. Is that okay? Into g, which is 9.8, minus a, which is 2.8, everything over k, and that is 8 over 3. You can also convert that to decimal. So if you do all this very well, you'll be getting the square root still. So we have 2. If you subtract 9.8 minus 2.8, you'll be getting 7. And 8 over 3, the 3 will go up here. So we have over 8. Very good. So our final answer will now be of this form. So if you multiply 12 times 7 times 3 very well and divide it by 8, you'll be getting 31.5496. So if you find the square root of this, you'll be getting 5.61. Is that okay? But the question says what? Correct to the nearest whole number. What do you think that will be to the nearest whole number? Therefore, v becomes what? Very good of you. V becomes 6 to the nearest whole number. You have to follow the rules. Nearest whole number. Shall be looking at question 2 in our next video. Check all we have done for this series, and you can follow us iPlus Academy on Facebook and also on YouTube. Thank you for listening.